We're going to have a go at this view today. It's rather lovely today. Look at this snow we've got this morning and the sun's out. So I'm just going to set up here beside the junction and see if we can get this view in. Right, not a lot of time today. I want to get on fast. So I've got myself set up with the paints down here. And I've got to reach down. I've got it done with the chair really to put the paints on. But we'll give it a go from here and see what we get. So if I sit down here. Wanting to get out in the snow and paint for a long time, and now's the opportunity, so I'm not going to miss out on it. Right, that's almost enough for what I need. Get some colour on fast, and we'll start to get lighter colours in. Some of these lovely pinks that are happening into this as well. Nice big on plein air work, lovely. Now we'll come in with some ultramarine, blending that in here. Work up the colours within it. Now I'm going to come right down to here and across to there, and we've got this lovely area of cool in the background running across through here. Get this wash of colour onto here so that we've got something shining through right over this white. I want to lose the white because, strangely enough, I want to put lighter colours over it. Right down here. I'm going to have to enlarge some of this. I can see, in fact, I'm not even sure that shouldn't be lower down. That tree needs to come down to about here. Work up these layers of trees here using the edge of the brush to try and get the feeling of the tip of the brush, the feeling of the trees there. Bit of green going on back here. We put the lights back in. That's a bit better. I can see over the top now. I need to just see what's happening here. Use it a bit like a hake at the minute just to get in these effect of these branches before I put in the lights. I'm going to put all my mid-tones and darks in first, and then I'm going to come back in with the lights afterwards. Prussian blue now and some burnt sienna to really start into these darker colours and warms back into here. I want to really find these colours. The sun's out, which is absolutely ideal, and not always the case in a day like this, is it? So we're lucky to get that. You can see how I'm building up these medium tones and lights. I'm even going to work in a little bit of black into it because my Prussian isn't quite dark enough. I'm entirely happy with that. I hope that once I get my lighter colours in, it's going to make more sense. That's better. Let's look at these lovely branches that are twisting out and claw-like through here. I want to get these in before I even think about going on to the lighter colours on them. Some slightly darker colours. These paints are cheaper, they're nice, but they don't quite have that depth of colour that I would, the darks especially, that I would like. This is what takes the time. I need to be getting on with highlights, and I know I don't have very long. I use about an hour and a half at the most to do a landscape like this, so I've really got to work very, very fast. You can see we're just starting to get the effect of it now in the textures. To lose some of these. Just put my brown down and we'll pick up a smaller velvet. Snow's melting and falling down, so I've got to work quite quickly here. How much we can do just with one brush and using the brush with brush skills to try and get the textures. I'm going to put more colour back here, more creams and so on shortly. So to build up these first of all. A little bit crude in places, but we've got to, needs must, we've got to get on. Brighter light colours here, it's going to really make a difference and make the thing sing. We've even got our light blues and things yet, which I'm going to do yet as well. As we're getting these lighter colours in, we can start to look at some of the warms that are happening here as well. Look at some of that cream just happening into the background over the tops of these trees as well. Just catching the light back here. A bit too dark. Take it down a bit. And very warm. We've got some quite nice orangey yellow. A bit too strong, but just have a little go at this lovely orangey yellow that's coming down into here. That's too light. Just take it down a little bit. Up in the sunlight. Tip of the brush. Try and get the feeling of these reeds. Dead grasses and reeds just going back down into there. And where these gentle bits of warm colour are just catching in the background through here. Flushy stuff down here. Impressionist, yes, but we haven't got time to mess about, that's the thing. Got to get on with it. I've got to come back in here in a minute and look at the cooler blues as well. There's a bit more warmth into here, just down here. If you don't have the warms, the cools won't look as cool, so we can make the cools look cooler by putting more warms into these shadows around the road here. Really look for these colours. White is not the case, it's reflecting light, so many of these colours are going to have light in them. And this cool turquoise is going to help me to find the shadows as well. The cooler shadows in this. You can see how these lovely blues now in the background there start to pick out the lovely warmer colours that we had in the foreground. Now I need to go back to my smaller brush. I want to put in some of that cream on the branches and start to pick out the highlights. I'm just to the stage now where I can start to paint with light rather than paint. Not easy because you've got a fine brush for this really. You might have to use a smaller brush even. I don't really want to get involved too much in painting photographically, but we do have to just hint at these things happening here. Hopefully I'm getting there. Looks like it. I mean, we're there. I mean, if I want to carry on, if I wanted to stop I could. Now I want to start pushing in far more colour. Playing the warms against the cools and the roughs against the smooths and the lights against the darks. So we can gradually pick out these beautiful, beautiful colours that are here. Down here as well, make those a bit warmer, a bit of brown to that. I've got this sunlight happening now as it comes through to these areas of So the snow is just melting back a bit, so we've got a little bit of green just showing through. Want to look at this area. Some of these warms haven't quite got them yet. We'll have a look at a slightly warmer yellow there. In fact, it's coming through quite a bit when I start to look. I can see it far more here coming through the background. And I have to get back and have a look in a minute because I'm too close up to it. Happening to the water here, just catching from the sky. So we'll just play that down there. That's rather fun. Almost pure white then. Tiniest touch of lemon yellow in it. Well, there we are. I think that'll do that painting. I'm not quite sure how far much further to go with it. I can't do much more with it. Well, there we go. Finished on plein air. How long has it taken me? About an hour and a half, 2 hours. A bit longer than I expected, but time goes by so quickly, and we've had lovely weather for it. Snow's just not quite melted out. It's been just warm enough for me to be in a slim pullover. And I've enjoyed this, and I hope you have. It's lovely to get outside and paint again on plein air. One of my favourites.